Are you a big fan of Hunter and Hearthstone? Well, look here. I have 3 Hunter shells that are guaranteed for you to beat even Shaman, the most annoying deck in the meta. Before we get into the video, did you know that 92% of my viewers are not subscribed? That's a really high amount. So I think you guys should really subscribe, because that's how I am motivated to make as much content as I do, because I love this game and I want people to enjoy it just as much as I do. So make sure you hit that button. Now, I'll admit, most of these decks can't necessarily compete with Miracle Rogue, Questline Druid, and even Shaman, and even Warrior all at the same time. It's just not possible with the current state of the meta and Hunter. However, even Shaman is always going to be what you're facing the most. So if you really like Hunter, you just really hate even Shaman. These are going to be the deck archetypes for you. Let's start with the Secret Shell. I believe that these 19 cards and slight variations are always going to be the best for if you want a secret heavy deck. You run Costume Singer, cards like this. You have I like One Snipe. I think One Snipe is pretty good as it's just another Zombies. Zombies is incredible against even Shaman, because if they play either of their 0/3s, you get to kill it, and you have 4 1/1s for free. The examples that I've chosen are Secret Aggro. You run the bow, you play so many spells, you can run cards like Prison Breaker, Petting Zoo, and then again you have Explosive Trap, Bunker, Costume Singer, and it does very well into even Shaman. And then you have things like Wolpertinger and Scavenger's Ingenuity. On the combo side, you have Hodier OTK. You can run things like Serpent Bloom with Dreadscale, Acid Maw, and then Breeder as additions to those previously listed cards. And then the OTK is you play Odin, Battlegrounds Battlemaster, and then double Stone Tusk Boar, giving it Wind Fury with Battlemaster, and it is 32 damage. I've done this multiple times. I'm 6-2 with this deck so far. It's not great. I would never recommend to play this if you're at high enough Legend where you're not going to be running into as many even Shamans as you would at Diamond to like 1000+ Legend, but it's still a very fun time. The next one I want to talk about is the Questline Spell Show. So again, this is just teched all the way to be even Shaman. You have things like Urchin Spines, Ricochet Shot, Wound Praise, and On the Hunts for Overwhelm, Dragonbane Shot, Explosive Trap, Rapid Fire. All of these cards are in here specifically because they are so good into aggro. You have things like Yogg Questline, which, if you know me, I have a Hearthstone top decks on for hitting 262 Legend at the start of the month with. I'll admit, not very great because it's the start of the month, but the deck is still very good into even Shaman, and because of Barnes, Yogg can steal games versus Miracle Rogue, sorry. Or Questline Boom Zuka. I think that if Miracle Rogue gets nerfed, there is a chance that this deck could be actually good, because it beats even Warrior. It just straight up beats even Warrior. Like, no contest. Of course it's beating even Shaman, and if you don't die before you can play these 2 cards, you can beat Questline Druid. You can change things like Arcane Quiver out, or not Arcane Quiver, sorry. You can change things like the Flares out for Barrel of Monkeys, which makes you more inclined to live against Questline Druid. So that's pretty good. I think this deck might actually not be that bad into the meta, all things considered. And then the last one I want to talk about is a non-secret shell. This is running Breeder, Starving Buzzard, Asimont, and Dreadscale as your most important cards. Like, Selective Breeder is probably one of the best cards in the entire class right now, mainly because you can tutor Dreadscale when you have Bloom in hand. Sorry. You can tutor Acid Maw when you have, like, Pings in hand. If you need card draw, you can tutor Starving Buzzard. It's just such an incredibly powerful card. It actually enables decks like Marsh Queen Hunter. I know, it sounds really stupid. And I know that it looks a little janky. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1-drops in my deck. Wait a minute, you say. Doesn't Marsh Queen require 7 1-cost minions? That's why you play Awakening Tremors. You're not playing Marsh Queen Hunter to complete the quest as fast as possible. It's just not possible, because the quest is so hard to complete. I will just say that. So the idea is, you're playing things like Awakening Tremors and Broomstick to deal with a lot of boards, and then you have, once you complete it, and you have infinite 1-mana 3/2s that can grind out a game. This deck actually... I've actually won against Even Warrior a couple times with this deck. I don't know why or how, but it is possible. You have cards like Tundra Rhino, which... It's Tundra Rhino, you know? You give all your 3/2s charge. If you are really spicy, you can run Bestial Madness. Play this after you play Quincarnassa. And yeah, it's just a real good time. Because you buff all the broods, and then you can give them charge. And it's a lot of fun. The real winner of this package, though, is Small Spell Hunter. You run additional cards like Adorable Infestation, Aerosmith, Kolkar Pack Runner, and you just out-grind Even Shaman. I don't really recommend this deck if you're trying to beat anything else. Maybe Pirate Rogue, maybe Shadow Priest, but yeah, they're not really what you're gonna be playing into a lot with this. It's mainly going to be Even Shaman, and like, of course you're running things like Serpent Bloom that goes well with Kolkar. Obviously it does well with Dreadscale. I really love this deck. I was playing it at about 200 Legend recently. Again, I fell down to 500 Legend playing it, but I never lost Even Shaman. So, yeah, it's sweet. If you enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys out there.